What's going on, everyone? Today we are reacting to BINI, Cherry on Top. Unfortunately, I could not find a proper practice version. However, I did find this decently filmed tower cam, which is honestly a preference for dancers to watch because you see the formations from the top. It's not too far that you can still see the performance. Quality is a little potato. Had to fix a little bit of the audio, but I hope you guys enjoy. This is filmed by, I guess, Herald Express. Anyways, my name is Emeroy. I'm the executive director of Temper Tantrum. This is
Lauren. I am the assistant artistic director of Temper Tantrum.
This is
Max, dancer of Temper Tantrum, sender of emails. So if you open our newsletter, thank you.
Yeah, if you want to get early access to some of our workshops and even get discounts, join the newsletter. And if you're a patron and the Patreon, you guys get discounts to more stuff like any merch we come out with. If it's your first time watching, here's the format. The first part of the video, I just do a general reaction to the video. No pauses, just me watching, commenting, and enjoying the video. Part 2 of the video is me analyzing the details of the choreography and sharing my thoughts of what makes this choreography so good and fun to watch. So what qualifies me to run my mouth? I've been dancing for over 25 years, choreographing, directing, and teaching for about 20. Been dancing since I was 8, started competing in high school, co-founded a competitive dance company called Family Business back in 2004, toured with a professional hip-hop dance theater company called Antics, danced with artists such as Dalwin, Jonathan Varay, Casey and the Sunshine Band, and Kool and the Gang, performed for events such as the opening for Universal Studios Nintendo Land, Universal Studios City Walks Exhibition, Choreographers Carnival, World of Dance, Hip Hop International, produced and sold out a show with my dance company, and I currently direct a dance entertainment company called Temper Tantrum. Make sure you guys go check out their channel because they do reactions too. And again, I'm not a K-pop stan, I'm simply a dancer that appreciates the level of difficulty that a lot of these artists are putting into their choreography. And with that, let's head on over to the video. These shoes are so pink. That went right into it.
They look like us.
Yeah.
Yes, diagonal.
Nice. Yes, again, starting with the diagonals. And with the weave.
Cute. I like these formations.
Yeah. 4, 6, 8. Cute wave into a body roll.
I like how their mics are all different colors.
What is are those like plushies on them?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Very like nice reveal. This choreo that beat is hella cute. Nice using asymmetry. She was singing on stage right now, all to the left. Now we're going to the center.
Nice. By the way, as of the filming this, they are currently at K-Con in LA.
They are in LA right now. Left side's a little tight on their formation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cute song.
But
I love the going through them.
Yeah, the weaving
That's
through.
Cute.
Nice rotation, level rotation. But this one though, like they're actually singing live, so it's like they're dancing. It probably is not going to be as super full out compared to like a dance practice video.
Yeah.
But they're
That
still
was a nice little rotation.
yeah. Their lines are still really great.
Yeah.
This is a catchy ass song, man.
Yeah. Hey.
Ooh, were
I
they
also
too
really
far?
like
Yeah.
too far.
I like a what?
I really like the light show that's also happening. It's not overbearing, and it complements it really well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Little cherry.
Yeah, the backdrop isn't too distracting. Girl on stage left is a little too far. Nice use of levels. Pick up. Oh, nice use of more going from left to stage right to the middle. Like the two vocalists going on right now. Dang, they like stay in one
So long?
formation for like 4/8 counts.
Yeah.
I mean 4/8 counts, 4 counts, and then they leave. That was a good dynamic.
I do like. That was cute as hell.
Is that sign language?
Yeah, sign language. They incorporate a lot of sign language. A lot of the comments that we get, like, you keep missing the sign language. I'm like, oh, sorry.
First impressions. I think for me, I think I'm really appreciating the fact that they keep starting off in diagonals. It's diagonal domination. They're just starting off a diagonal, then a nice weave, going through. I appreciate the amount of formation changes that they do, and it's very involved in terms of like, in terms of how they move, in terms of dancing through it, in terms of how the singers are just. There's a railway for this, like a pathway for the singers to go through the formations while maintaining eye contact with the audience. I also like how they're using the floor. Your artist is on stage right, stage left, and middle. It all interconnects. I think the choreography, in terms of the choreography, for me, it's on brand for them. Also goes back to choreography for artists. They're not doing crazy breakdown choreography like they did for Carrera. In terms of this context, they're musicians, they're artists. They don't need to do the crazy dance competition level choreography. What they're doing here, they're doing really well. And if they wanted to, they can take it up a notch. But this is doing the job in terms of like, this is the brand, this is the vibe, this is the look. It all flows.
One thing that that stood out to me, I really like seeing them live because it's digestible to a huge range of audiences, and as a dancer sometimes there are things that you like that you notice as dancers, but the thing is, like, when you are like when you're a pop star, you're not focused on one audience. Your audience is like a lot of people, and this is it's so like pleasing to see just to a regular audience. So it was like, even though it wasn't as like choreo intensive, it still draws you in, and then all of the formation changes just kind of keep you on your toes too.
Yeah, it really does.
And for this video too, in particular, like, because this performance is a clip from their concert. I think this is their first like concert ever. So that's like an evening length of them singing and dancing. I'm sure they get like breaks in between, obviously, with like intermissions and all that. Imagine if they just if they were given like choreo that was like completely crazy throughout, that they have to sing through and then have to do it for an entire evening.
Yeah, we don't even know. We don't even know when in the show this was. Yeah. So the fact that they have to. It's about a stamina game, not just for one song, but an entire 1 hour, 90-minute, 2-hour concert. So.
Like, for those who were there, like, come on, like, you know, you saw it.
Those of you guys who are KCON right now, watching them, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. P-pop is at KCON.
Yeah,
that is cool.
They are the only non-K-pop group at KCON.
So YouTube, I just assume everyone who's joining me on YouTube, I just assume it's your first time. So if this part seems redundant, it's because of that. So 2 things that I look for. Not just in the routine, but like saying this first beginning part. One is starting position. So I usually see the starting position almost equivalent to a YouTube thumbnail. Whether it's a starting position, meaning like, but literally what it is. How do they what is their position when they're starting? Are they feet out, head down? In this case, they have they have a little bit of a bevel and a hand kind of motion like this. So. That's their starting position, and then after that is the first 5 seconds. How are they engaging the audience? Specifically, like answering the question of like, why should I care? Why should I keep watching? Because if you're trying to increase your fan base, those kinds of questions are kind of important. If you're a fan, if you're a stan, you're gonna love it already. Okay, so starting out based off that, this starting position is already is pretty nice because again. Diagonal domination. They're already on stage left in a beautiful diagonal. Slight shifting here to see how far this stage is a little narrow. Now that I take a second look at it, we have this adjustment happening here with the stairs, and this stage is super narrow. So a nice starting position, like very again confident, starting off with a diagonal. So let's hop into the first 5 seconds. Nice. So they start off. Okay, that was the first 5 seconds. So boom, the starting position starts with a diagonal, looking away from the audience. Taking away the human connection. I will say this a lot as well. Like, there's a lot of power in eye contact. you guys probably notice it every day when you're talking to a friend, and then they bring up their phone and they look away from you, and then you are probably prompted to bring out your phone as well. There's a lot of power in that, and then because you can acknowledge that someone is there in the same room, but just because they're in the same room doesn't mean you're connected. This kind of the same thing. You know that they're on stage, but they're not exactly acknowledging the audience yet. So then they move. They do go into a beautiful boom, arm switch, but go into 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice, simple ripple. Ba 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 ba. Love the shoes. It's very like, I feel like it's something I would see like in Sonic. Okay, so nice, big, strong shape. Ba ba ba. Pull it in. Nice flowing, very clean, wrapping around the head. Very nice with the mic. And then they turn, look, and then by around the 5th second they do a weave. So they do a lot of essentially they start off with dynamic. So those of you guys, again, first time, if it's your first time watching here, let's get a color that'll stand out. There's 3 ways in my observation and how you can kind of open up a routine. Very much like different types of hooks, so to say. Okay, you can start off explosive with very like high energy, like very fast move, or in extreme case a backflip, or another one is more low energy, but it's all acting. So there's essentially no choreographed moves. It's just maybe there's movement choreography, but more so on the acting end. So a lot of character, and then they build up the energy over time. And then there's more intrigue type of intro where it's not exactly super fast movement, but it's more like a dynamic, which is what they're doing here with the ripples weaving through the formations. But nonetheless, like no matter what it is, you have to have the utmost confidence in all of them. You have to have a 10 in confidence, 10, 10. Otherwise, like if you don't have confidence in your character, if you're doing low energy, then people are going to be able to tell. If your timing is off for a dynamic, it's going to ruin the illusion. If you're going to be doing same thing with an explosive moment, whether it's choreography or even a backflip, if you can't hit the timing, it'll ruin the illusion. 7, 8, nice, beautiful. Traveling from, I just love how they intentionally started off with that diagonal, then walk from to the next formation. By the way, like I said it in the reaction, I love this view of the performances. Even though it's kind of potato quality, I can still see the overall formations, I can see the choreography, and some parts where the light isn't blown out, you can see their faces. This is generally like for me growing up, the preferred view of reviewing competition routines or any sort of dance routine. Love like that thing, like that, because they're holding mics here, but the original choreography is them hooking through, but she's holding the mic and she's like doing it as if they're doing it. And one of the things that I know and will probably be noticeable here, at the time of recording this, there's no practice video, but I know like once singers are doing their choreography with singing and also in the middle of the show, it's probably not going to be as high energy 100% compared to just a practice video, because the practice video they just do it maybe a few times until they get the right take. But this, like they're doing like this, I think this is from during their concert, so who knows how much energy they've already expended, and how tired they are. Things like that I take into account when watching these. Nice, beautiful, like simple shapes, and the da 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 dun, 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 with the, I can't tell from here, it looks like a flick roll. Flick, yeah. Dun dun dun. Very simple shapes, simple musicality. Da da da. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice weaving into the formations. You going from stage left to stage right to make this beautiful pyramid. Beautiful flowing shapes from here to left around. Nice dynamic. And it makes me wonder, like, because they're having to hold the mic, so it affects their shapes. And I also feel like I'd be like a little self-conscious about the process of like, oh, I don't want to drop this mic, because essentially it's an extension of you, but in my mind it's also still a prop. But yeah, like notice like everyone, has the mic probably in different places just because of their preference. But like the shape here, what looks like it's supposed to be a flexed hand, but it is different because people are holding microphones. So it's interesting. Again, there's a lot of things that can influence choreography. It can be the stage. It might be too narrow. It might not have enough depth. It might be the wardrobe. You're just limited in movement. Or it could be things like this. I know it's a mic, but it's essentially a prop. But there's also like other external factors, like how was your day before that? Are you in a good mood? Are you in the state of it? But you still push through because that's your job. As cool as this is, at the end of the day, it's a job. It's a really, really, really cool job, but it's still the same amount of demands that you have on your regular work. They also have their own set of demanding shit. There's also, but it's still like work. Like this is like the fun part. Like performing on stage, that's the fun part. Beautiful. I love this shape. I mean, it is one of those things that I do. I can kind of see it clearly. It looks like the mic is kind of doing the job for them, but this is a beautiful starting boom, 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 flowing motion because we get to sit with it a little bit longer, and it's not just a quick picture. 5, 6, 7, 8. So definitely like the choreography, definitely a lot more arms and walking. So arm, da, round, walk, as there's a lot more of the actions happening through the hands. But a lot of it, again, it's what I call choreography for artists. Just because it's simple does not mean it's easy, because because at their level of dancing, you also have to understand textures, you have to understand control, spatial awareness. So it's not just like, if it's simple, it's easy. It is not. 8, 1, 2, 3. Nice. Great use of hiding the next person. Very simple formation change. Taking our eye here. So one of the things that I absolutely love about BINI is how they use their staging with their artists, because they had us here for a quick second, then here. Okay, and then after that they go into an asymmetrical formation, kind of. And then they have someone here. It's not really asymmetrical. 6, 7, 8. Then go stage left. 5. Beautiful formation change. And nice, like that. So we went from like also nice, like little very small intricate, sharp movements. Da, look. Da, look, and body roll. Nice movement here into this, again, great diagonal aisleway, diagonal domination. If they ever needed like a backup nickname, that would be it. Also, great use of the staging. So we were here, then they're doing the thing, then they set this diagonal up, and then they bring your eye here, all the way, like this is downstage, stage left, and then all the way to upstage, stage right. So they kind of like involve the audience in the performance. They're like, oh, there she is. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Beautiful. And I love this formation change. Super simple. From this diagonal, boom, nice shift. She has such an easy job because she does not have to move. But these two props from shift, 10, pick up, da. That part's super cute. This the musicality and just the simple nature of the hip sway and that bounce. And then again, it's like they go from boom, middle, shift, back to stage left. So I like that wherever the artist is, that's where they're going to be singing. It doesn't seem like they're trying too much to make the artist work to go back to center. Wherever you are, that's where you are, and that's where you're going to sing. At least for the most part. Like, and then the formation changes, like, whatever the story and pathways the choreographer wanted, will help also dictate where they're going to be. 5, 6, 7, 8. So and this is also like a great case of like dancing, like big, also having clear defined shapes. Because this is a tower cam. It's not exactly nosebleed seats, but it's far enough to like if her hand was just right there, you can't tell the movement. This is why like this big, look at that, you really see big arm movements just by them walking and then swinging over. And this body roll, see how the hands are placed out, so you can clearly see the shapes, and you can clearly see where they're sitting, and you can see the swivel of the feet and the arms. So these are nice silhouettes because they're also like outside of the body. It's not just like shoulder touches. Because if that's all they were doing, you wouldn't be able to see that too well. So I wonder, that means cherry? Is that cherry like in ASL? Yeah, someone clarify, because I know like one of the previous videos we missed some of the sign language. And I'm wondering if this cherry on top is some form of sign language. I don't think this is cherry in ASL, so I'm wondering if it's ISL. And there's no, I'm not aware of any immediate resources for ISL. I know they spelled it at the end. In terms of their energy and the execution, they're not going like hit, because again, this is also their concert. I personally don't know where in the concert this is, but this is one of the I'd almost say they're close to marking it, but this is where, like, if you guys don't know what marking it, it's essentially just like doing the movements but not like overkilling it. I would say like if you're giving it 100%, you probably do like maybe 70-80%. I would say it's a little closer to that, because it's conservation of energy, trying to be economical for a 60-minute, 90-minute, 2-hour show, depending if there's acts in between, wardrobe changes. Because even though like this moment, this moment right here, boom, this moment I think would read a lot better, because I can see what they're doing already is because they already have this lean on the legs and they have this nice separation. But I know if we pushed it out a little bit further in that lunge, this parting of the C's would kind of dynamic would read much better. But it's also this angle, because right now it just seems like everyone's the same height. But I know if we leaned a little bit more, I do like the moments where they do go full out when they could. Like she's going off right now. Boom, like she's actually hitting it. Like look at the way she's leaning. Like she's really snaking. This one's a little bit more subtle in her snake. This one's a little bit more on the arms. Not so much, but if you see the difference between the two of who's going full out versus others who are just kind of just being economical. Nice moment. So what they do a lot is a lot of flowing, arching motions. So which I think is a little harder, but it's also way more satisfying to watch. So like the typical, I would say, boy group style choreography, or like even like I would even almost say level 1 beginners hip hop choreography is more like pictures. So aside from learning basic grooves, like you do picture 1, 2, 3, 4, like you just do pictures, and it's very easy to clean because you're just telling people to be like, oh, raise your arm a little bit more, and you're just trying to hit a certain time. This one, arching motions, like what they're doing, up, like that kind of stuff, can be tricky in regards to timing. It's beautiful, but if the timing or the placement is off, and it shows immediately the messiness. So for example, like an arching motion would have, like, say this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's the count, like 4 counts. Okay, and ideally you want to start here and end there, assuming that everyone hits that count. But sometimes, it happens, like if you don't clean, and it happens because we're human. We make small mistakes. We make mistakes in general. So, but if sometimes someone starts here, and that completely throws off the initial angle that you're looking for. So if someone starts here, see that, boom, boom. Okay, and then someone starts here instead, you can see the difference, even if it's a little bit. So, but that's what makes it a little hard. So you got to make sure everyone starts at the same point, ends at the same point, understands the same textures that they got to be doing hidden as well. I think I might have mentioned that in the thing that this spacing here feels either too tight or too wide. You see, and it could be my angle, but let's look at references. Okay, and I'm not sure if they had like actual spike strips or markers, because usually some of the performances I do, we have that. But this is center. This is the stage. It's her moment here. But let's look at spatial references, and spatial awareness is very much a thing when it comes to dancing. Like, she's right in front of that part, so she's a little, from what it looks like in terms of distance, she should actually, if this group is right, she should be here, and then she should be there, because looking at where the placement of the light and the stairs are. Okay, and then it should be this. If they're right, it'd be, if this side is right, then they would be doing it would be vice versa. She would be out here and she would be out here. So I'm just curious in terms of the spacing there, what the actual spacing is, because things like this happen. Like, I've had plenty of performances where like I'd say I call them like proxy performances, where it's like, okay, this is a kind of a practice performance just to get the jitters off, and that we see the footage like, oh, this side's too tight, or like the back line's too close to the front line. 7, 8, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Simple and effective, because the shapes and silhouettes are so nice. Nice, boom, elbows, simple step. But even though that was a small step, you see like the little anticipation with the ball change, or the more of a stepped out, reach, big shape, ba ba ba. This is what I also mean by choreographer for artists, because the choreography isn't overly complicated. It's just, again, simple, but it reads, and you still see their danceability. Ooh, beautiful rotation in this formation as she casually is keeping eye contact with the audience and hitting center. That is knowing your spacing right there, knowing where you are in the floor. I wonder if like it's one of the moments like this I wish I was kind of like in the front, because I would want to see like, is she maintaining eye contact? Is there like a spike strip, and then she's kind of like using her peripherals? So I'm like just being a dance nerd right now. Nice reference to that. Yeah, and again, just going back to it, use of the floor. So she, like, I think they were here earlier, then they're here, back to center, and then here. Just, they are taking you on a journey across the stage. 7, 8, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8, 5, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this choreography is very, again, simple, economical, but so effective, man. 8, nice clumping in, and then great from going from stage left to middle. 5, 6, 7, and notice they're bouncing. I think is a little bit more subtle. They're not going harder on, like, they're not going crazy on the bounces, because again, you don't want to concert doing a show, you want to be smart, especially like smart with your energy. Beautiful reveal. This is a moment I would really love to see on where the actual camera's right there. Good use of juxtaposition of two different parts of the songs, like, because I think these, as they're doing a roll up, they're writing the vocals, it sounds like a and then these guys are writing the lyrics. I like the juxtaposition of like when people are doing different parts of the choreography, but it's not like clashing. What? A nice pickup on that. And and turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoop. I can only imagine how tiring, because a turn, this turn is easy, but it's also like I said, like it's the middle of the show, and like this, it can be disorienting if you're getting tired. Because right here, you see her turn, and she's got a hat on too, so it's got. So I can only imagine how distracting it is, at least from my perspective. She does not complete her turn, so she does the proper cross turn, but she doesn't. She's like, oh, where am I? That's the front. So either she just underturned, she didn't put enough spin into it, or just might be a little disorienting. Spacing here, I remember seeing this. I'm wondering if we are missing a person here. So I'm wondering if the spacing here was too far, or if she was originally supposed to be there to fill that hole. So for this, I'm watching this with zero context under what the original thing looks like. So two things that come to mind: either one, she's originally supposed to be here, or two, the spacing was off, that they couldn't make contact. Because we're a little far here. Either they're too far, or there's someone supposed to be there. 7, 8, nice. 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, nice. Nice use of levels and rotations. So great how they spread out the floor too. Look at this, 2 lines, boom, spread out. Almost like a mini V. Good use of levels. Low level while there's a standing level. Nice rotation. This diagonal got a little spread out for some reason. Okay, so different directions. Super interesting. Okay, so she's right in front of the light where she needs to be. She's right in front of the light where they need to be. Comes up. It's one of those cases. Okay, she got up perfectly fine. She got up fine. Boom. But it's the way she got up. See how she rolled? Because it's the way they roll off. Okay, she rolls to the boom. Doesn't move too much. She rolls in a way that kind of rolls it in. She rolls back. But she rolls in a way that causes it to spread out. So watch. She rolls to her left instead of to the back. And boom. Now she has shifted way too far out. And she has shifted back, which caused this interesting shift when it didn't need to be. I mean, I think this is a case of just like the transition off was just a little awkward. But you know, if they just had, because they decided to go with different directions, there's many ways they can probably fix this. Like either like keep the directions all the same, or they change the direction of the turn, or they just have to just turn under themselves and not be too crazy on the rotations. I mean, I feel like I'm going in a little bit more on some of the formations on them today. And this is not a knock on them. I mean, this is very much what I go through when I'm doing this and in my line of work, in rehearsals. So I'm pretty sure that they do this as well when they review their own footage. But this is just me, like, from colleague to colleague. If we were like friends and be like, all right, cool, like, what do you think of this routine? I would be calling this out as well, not just for YouTube. I'd be doing it for other competitive teams, other friends, because as artists, we want to get better. So, and I'm simply sharing things that I know that were off for this particular run. This particular run does not encapsulate how fantastic they are. I'm a fan of like a lot of the stuff that we've seen so far, and unfortunately this is the only footage I have of Cherry on Top, which is from the concert. And I know there's probably way better run-throughs than this, but either way, the choreography is good. The concepts and the spacing and the use of the floor is good. It's just some parts the spacing is a little off. Like this one right here, in this case, she is like, if we were to use the floor as reference, okay, she is kind of in between these lights. She's in front of the stairs, so that indicates like the spacing is she's either, again, this is information I don't know, either she's either too close or she's too far. but I think it would be better if it was here, just so we can see the levels a little bit more. And again, also doing floor choreography, and then ooh, onto knees with no knee pads. Oh God. And it's also one of those things, just as I look and I observe, they go down. Well, ooh, the timing going down, it was off too. Oh, I think they went down a little early. But she kind of like went down more gracefully on the C. See how that looked like it was supposed to be a grow down. So kind of, I think that's might have been a case of she anticipated the next thing a little sooner than she should have. But from here, it almost looks like it's proper spacing, but it's this push out, what makes it kind of maybe a little further than it should be. Oh, she's adjusting. Hold on, let me see that. See, they just go on the knees. She's taking a step out with her knee. She's trying to come in a little bit more. Huh. Love that, like a little bit of that awareness, like, oh, I'm a little far, I need to adjust. So now the spacing is just as a little better. She's in front of the light. She's kind of still to the left of it, but the spacing is a lot better. That's so fucking cool. I love it. Shouts out to her, for, I don't know if she meant to do that adjustment, but it's still pretty cool. Props to her. All right, so here, like, still very nice rise up, very clean shapes here. Boom. You can clearly see the fingers, like that clear shape. Like simple head looks, but so effective because the timing was so good. 7, 8. Again, singing, full out belting, and then doing choreography, and then doing all this for 2 hours. That's one hell of a cardio workout. I can only imagine how hungry you are after. Love the atmosphere choreography going on while we have the vocalists doing their thing. Ooh, wow, just the great use of the floor. They're like here, and then they pick up, and then here. Yes, I love it. This choreography is so, like, it is so fun. It's not my style, but I want to learn it because it looks so fun. Nice, like this, like, fingerography, obviously with the ASL, but just like so much character on that lean, like, and look at this clean timing on the lean, like the whole, like, it's just like you're feeling yourself, a little bit of character, that lean on some of them. Nice finish. Ooh, man. But yeah, that's it. I hope you guys liked this analysis. Comment down below if there's something that I missed or what you learned today. Because one of the reasons I like doing these analysis videos is to kind of be a little bit of a nerd. Because this is me essentially being a student, and I'm sharing with you the kind of notes and things I'm observing on what makes their performance good. Through that, I feel like I get better in creating choreography with people, and hopefully it does the same for you. So that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video.